Transitioning into tech is not easy, especially for someone who is not coming from a tech background, like someone without no tech related skills. So it's not easy. I'm just here to share these tips or these guidelines to anyone who wants to transition into tech, or someone who's already on that journey transitioning into tech from any career path before, and also share this this testimony from a friend who actually did it and how he was able to move into this. So let me start by saying I have a friend who is actually an accountant. So somebody who is an accountant, he noticed I'm into tech because I do post about tech related stuff on my status on WhatsApp. So he responded to my status one day. He said, "Mercy, I'm an accountant," according to him. He said yes, but based on how the world is going and how things are evolving right now, that he wants to get into tech, like, how can he do it? Like, what's his best option? Like, how do he start? From background, like, he doesn't have anything on tech. I said, well, it's doable only if you are determined and ready to do it, He said, of course, that he has looked at the odds, like he has looked at everything, He has looked at videos on YouTube, looked at people that transitioned from one career path to another career path. And he said to himself that if they can do it, why not? Why can't he do it? I said, okay, fine, no problem. Basically, when it comes to learning a tech skill, or program anything, basically, it's all about the mindset, do you have basically, when it comes to programming, it's just all about logical reasoning, critical thinking. That's mostly what it requires. The ability to solve problem, your problem solving skills. Do you have it in check? Like, is it there? That's basically what programming has to deal with, and other things that comes with it. So when I said this, he said fine. Yes, I said okay. Now let's start with one, picking a programming language. Which one do you want to start? Then he told me that okay, fine. He has looked at different programming languages. The one that's easy for a beginner to start and all of that. Then I asked, okay, which one do you want to pick from? He said okay, to him that he feel Python will be okay for him as a beginner, because him coming from a background that has no tech related thing in it, that he think that Python will be okay for him. I said okay, fine. Since you said Python will be okay for you, why not just go for it? Then he asked, okay, where should he start? I said, well, you can actually choose to learn the videos on YouTube. That's not if you want free courses. YouTube is as well a good place to learn. But if you want paid courses, you can use Udemy. He said, okay, why not? He said, let me just start YouTube and see how it goes. Then maybe if there's need for him to go more in depth, and maybe if he feel that he's not getting anything from it, then he can go for a paid course on Udemy. I said, why not? Go for it. Then he did it. He started, looking at someone who has no tech, at some point it was very, very difficult. But I was there. Bro, what's up? I will call him. I will ask him, how is he going? He'll be like, man, this is hard. At some point, he said he wants to stop, that this is not for him. He was like, at some point, he got to a point where he said, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, it's so difficult. Then I remind him. I told him, hope you know that nobody forced you to come into the journey. Like, nobody forced you to get to this part. You said you wanted it. You said you want to evolve. Like, you want a different character based on how the world is going. He said, yeah. I said, okay, now, this is the price you have to pay for it. Are you ready to pay that price? That's what I told him. I was able to encourage him. He said, okay, fine, and he will get back. As he got back, time to time, from there he picked up. His IQ changed. His logical reasoning changed. His problem solving skills increased to the point that he can look at things and try to look for a way to dissect and, try to break it into smaller chunks so he can solve problems in it. And he's doing perfectly fine today. For someone who is coming from a background that has no tech thing in it, trust me, if people without no tech skill can do it, you can do it. Maybe you're coming from a background where maybe you are a sales rep, or maybe you're a plumber, whatever you know that you are, but you feel that you want tech, want to get into the tech. Trust me, something you can do. Or you just have to be ready for what's coming. You have to be ready. And just what is coming is not that big or huge. It's something that you have to be mentally ready for it. Trust me, you can do it. Moving from one career path to another career path is not difficult. Just have to, but you have to be ready for a person because it is tasking. It will require more of you. And are you willing to give what it takes? That is it. Are you ready to put in that time, that energy, that seriousness, that zeal, that determination? Are you ready to persevere in order to learn and acquire that skill that you wanted? Are you ready to give it? And if you're ready to give it, trust me, transitioning from one skill to another is very, very easy. It's very easy. Now, for someone like me now to actually get to the level I am right now, back in the since 2015, I have been learning basic HTML, basic CSS from YouTube. For me to actually get full time into how to program, into coding, wasn't that difficult for me because I already have basic knowledge from there. I've taught somebody without no basic skill when it comes to learning web development. I've taught different guys. I've taught 2 girls how to code. They have no basic knowledge in coding. The first week of trying to do this, it was like hell for them. They were looking at bracket, column, and all of that. What's happening? What's all this comma equals to? What's all these things? But I told them that this is what it takes. That this is how everything comes to life. That we need to put all these things so that the whatever we're building will come to life. The very beginning it was difficult, but at some time they get to use the whole thing. And trust me, right now, they can do whatever they want to do at their level. They transition from where they are to something else, to a different part. Recently, currently right now, I'm teaching a girl. She's 23 years old. She's a sales rep in her company. She said that she has been seeing a lot of videos about people in tech, how they say tech is good. She asked me that, okay, I know you are somebody who is in tech. Please, can you guide me? Please, can you teach me? I said, yes, of course. I told her, first of all, we need to start by getting you a laptop. She bought a laptop of 120,000 naira. So she bought the laptop, which is about like $100 or $110. So when she bought the laptop, what did I do? I said, okay, fine. We'll be having we're having our classes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you will come, we'll start with basic HTML. We'll start with that. The first day we started, it was like a mind-blowing thing. She was asking me, how all these things we are doing, how all these brackets open, brackets close, / equals to, how is it going to make sense? She said, I thought we were supposed to be writing something that will give us what we want. I said, yes, this is what will give us what we wanted. She said, okay, fine. When she saw how we did everything now and how everything came to life, she was marveled. She was like, wow. It was a little bit difficult for her, but she's someone that actually wanted to. She really wants to do it. And she put in energy and seriousness. Trust me, right now, she's good at it. She's doing it. You see, so she transitioned from one career path into another path because she wanted to. Despite when the journey seems like nothing is working, but she was still there. They say when the tough gets going, the going gets when the tough gets going, the going the tough gets going, I mean to say. So when she stick to it, so if you're somebody who's trying to transition to tech, trust me, it's doable. Trust me, it's doable. But the only thing I can say is, do you have the mindset? Do you have what it takes? And this thing now that it takes is something that you as a person you can do. Your time, your dedication, your determination, your perseverance, consistency. Are you there? Because a time will come. Definitely, time will come whereby it will be so difficult. Are you ready to stick so hard like this? Are you going to stand as a rock and tell yourself that, man, I'm not leaving this thing until I get what I wanted? When I was learning JavaScript, it seems to me that the world was it was more like the world was at war with me, like I was at war with myself. Can you imagine that I learned JavaScript for 4 good months? I learned nothing. I said to myself, no, you see this JavaScript, we die here. I live here. Trust me, because of I held so strong, because I did not give up. I held so strong. And I was able to scale through. And I was able to know what I was doing. So if you're anybody from any career path, anything, trust me, you will get there. Just be ready to give, but just be ready to sacrifice what it takes. It's just your time, your knowledge. And one thing I love so much about transitioning to tech is there's so many opportunities when it comes to making more money, more opportunities out there, in lifestyle changes and everything. Especially, what I love about tech is your IQ level, your level of IQ will increase. What I love about program is my IQ has changed. The way I looked at things now is different. The way I reason at things, the way I try to dissect things now is on another level. And when you bring the problem to me, I'll look at it first. I'll first try you, please. When people bring problems to me and maybe say, please give me advice, say this, I'll first look at the problem. I'll be like, okay, what's the problem now? What's the way around it? How can we solve it? I try to bring in more like logical reasoning to it, in more like programming to people's physical problems, and look at where we can look at solve it. Looking at solving that problem. Because of what? IQ, because programming have kind of like increased my level of listening. My IQ has changed when it comes to problem solving. So trust me, if you are there trying to transition to tech, take this from me today. As long as it's something you wanted, you can achieve it. As long as you are holding so strong, you are there, you can do it. All right? Now, if you have found this video helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And whatever you think about it, please comment below. If you are trying to transition to tech or you're already in the journey, please comment below. Let me see how many of us are there and how can I help each other. So subscribe to the channel, support the movement, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace and bye for now. Thank you.